My girlfriend said, "I'm pregnant with triplets. Start planning." I replied, "Amazing news, honey." Then I showed her the DNA test she tried to hide from me, proving all 3 babies belonged to her gay best friend. When I revealed everything at her baby shower in front of 50 guests, original post. I, 31 male, still can't believe I'm typing this. My girlfriend Jessica, 29, and I have been together for 4 years. We'd been trying for a baby for the last year, fertility treatments, the whole expensive nightmare. When she told me she was pregnant with triplets 2 months ago, I literally cried. Happy tears. Finally, after all those negative tests, we were getting 3 miracles at once. She announced it at dinner, holding up the ultrasound photos. "Babe, we're having triplets. Can you believe it? Start planning. We need a bigger place, 3 cribs, triple everything." I was over the moon, called my parents immediately, started looking at minivans online that same night, downloaded pregnancy apps, the works, but something felt off. First red flag, she became super protective of her phone, password changed, always face down, taking calls in the bathroom. Second, her gay best friend Brandon, 30M, was suddenly around constantly, like every single day. He'd been part of our lives for years. Hell, I liked the guy. He was supposedly dating some dude named Antonio, but now he was at every appointment, every shopping trip, acting like, well, like the father. Third, she kept forgetting to add me to the pregnancy app, where she tracked everything. "Oh, I'll send you the invite later, babe." Never happened. Last week, I came home early from work. Jessica was at her prenatal yoga class, but her laptop was open on the kitchen counter. I wasn't snooping, just wanted to check the weather. But there was an email notification preview on the screen from some medical place. DNA test results attached. As requested, paternity findings for. My heart stopped. I clicked it. The attached PDF was a prenatal paternity test. All 3 babies tested. Father, Brandon Torres. Probability of paternity, 99.9999%. The test was dated 3 weeks ago. She knew. She knew and was still letting me plan our future, spend thousands on baby stuff that tell everyone I knew that I was going to be a father of triplets. I sat there for probably an hour just staring at the screen. Then I took photos of everything. Forwarded the whole email chain to myself. There were more emails, her asking about discrete testing, discussing payment, even one where she asked if there was any way the results could be wrong. The kicker? In one email thread with Brandon from 2 weeks ago, she wrote, "Just play along for now. After they're born, we'll figure out a way to tell him. Maybe say the babies don't look like him because of my grandfather's genes or something. He's too excited to question anything right now." Brandon replied, "This is so messed up, Jess. We should tell him." Her, "No. I need his insurance and support. You can't provide for 3 babies on your bartender salary. Once everything's stable, we'll work it out." My whole world crashed, but I didn't confront her. Not yet. Update 1, the week of planning. I played the perfect excited father-to-be for the next week while planning my reveal. Jessica had no idea I knew. I kept smiling, kept rubbing her belly, kept talking to my babies. Academy Award-worthy performance. She had this massive baby shower planned. Her mom, Diane, had flown in from across the country. Her sister, Nicole, drove 12 hours. My entire family was coming. Our friends, co-workers, everyone. About 50 people total. The party was at her parents' house, huge backyard, professionally catered. The whole thing probably cost $5,000. During this week, Jessica's entitlement went into overdrive. "Honey, I think we need a bigger car, like a Suburban. The babies deserve the best. My mom thinks you should get a second job. Triplets are expensive." Brandon offered to be their godfather. Isn't that sweet? He's already bought them matching outfits. That last one nearly broke my poker face. Brandon was there constantly, and the dynamic was weird as hell. He'd touch her belly and say things like, "How are the babies today?" They'd share these looks. Once, I caught them holding hands when they thought I wasn't looking. When I walked in, they jumped apart. "Just comforting me through hormones, babe," Jessica said. "You know how emotional I get." Thursday before the shower, Jessica's mom cornered me. "You need to man up, Derek. My daughter is carrying 3 of your children. I expect you to provide properly. Have you looked into promotion opportunities, maybe selling your sports equipment?" I just nodded. "Don't worry, Diane. Everything will be crystal clear after the shower." She looked confused but satisfied. Friday night, Jessica tried to get intimate. First time in weeks. Suddenly all over me, telling me how much she loved me, how perfect our family would be. It felt like manipulation, like she was trying to lock me down emotionally before the babies arrived. After tomorrow's shower, we should start looking at houses, she said, lying on my chest. Brandon found some great listings in family-friendly neighborhoods. Brandon's really involved in this process, huh? He's just excited to be an uncle figure, you know how he is. Yeah, I knew exactly how he was. Update 2. The baby shower Saturday arrived. The shower was at 2 p.m. I had everything prepared. I'd made a special slideshow celebrating our journey to parenthood. Jessica loved the idea. Oh babe, that's so sweet. Play it right after the gifts. The party was in full swing. Pink and blue everywhere. We didn't know the genders yet. Jessica was glowing in her maternity dress, Brandon by her side constantly. My parents were there, excited about their first grandchildren. Her whole family was beaming. Everyone had brought expensive gifts, 3 of everything. After gifts, Jessica stood up. Everyone. Derek made a special slideshow about our journey. Isn't he the sweetest? People awed. I connected my laptop to the outdoor TV they'd rented. Before I start, I said, I want to thank everyone for being here, for supporting us, for celebrating what you thought was the beginning of our family. Jessica's smile flickered at a thought was. The slideshow started. First few slides were normal. Photos of us, the fertility clinic, her holding the positive pregnancy test. Then came a slide titled, The Truth About Fatherhood. The room went silent as the DNA test results appeared on screen. Clear as day. Brandon Taurus, 99.999%. Gasps. Jessica went white. Brandon stepped backward like he'd been pushed. Wait, Jessica's mom said. This must be a mistake. Next slide, the email chains. Her admitting she knew, planning to deceive me. The he's too excited to question anything line was highlighted. Jessica started hyperventilating. Derek, I can explain. Please do, I said calmly. Explain to everyone here how you were planning to trick me into raising another man's children. Brandon's children. Brandon's boyfriend Antonio, who I hadn't even noticed was there, stood up. What the hell? Brandon, you're gay. Brandon looked like he wanted to disappear. Tony, it's complicated. Complicated? Antonio yanked off what I now realized was an engagement ring. We're engaged. My mom was crying. My dad was turning red. Jessica's father looked murderous, but not at me. He was staring at Brandon. Jessica tried damage control. It was just one time. We were drunk. You and I were fighting and… The emails say you knew for 3 weeks, I interrupted. You were planning to lie to me, use me for money and insurance while Brandon played uncle to his own kids. They're your kids too, she screamed. You're on the birth certificate. Not yet, I'm not, and I never will be. Her sister Nicole grabbed the microphone from the DJ. Jess, is this true? You cheated? It wasn't cheating. We were on a break. No, we weren't, I said. Check the dates. We've never been on a break. You slept with Brandon while we were actively trying for a baby. The crowd erupted. People were yelling, crying, leaving. Antonio threw his ring at Brandon and stormed out. Brandon's parents, who were also there, looked devastated. Jessica's mom tried to salvage it. Everyone makes mistakes. Derek, don't ruin this day over her cheating and trying to commit paternity fraud. My lawyer friend Tom spoke up from the crowd. That's actually illegal in this state, Derek. You could press charges. Jessica collapsed into a chair, sobbing. You humiliated me. You humiliated yourself. I just provided transparency. Update 3. The aftermath. The party dissolved into chaos. My family left immediately, but not before my mom hugged me and said, You did the right thing, honey. Jessica's family turned on each other. Her dad was screaming at her mom for raising a liar. Her mom was screaming at Brandon's parents. Nicole was trying to calm everyone while also looking disgusted with her sister. Brandon tried to approach me. Derek, man, I'm sorry. I told her to tell you. Save it. You slept with my girlfriend, while pretending to be gay, while engaged to Antonio, while being my friend. You're trash. Jessica was served an eviction notice the next day. She'd been living in my condo for 2 years but wasn't on the lease. She had 30 days to get out. Monday, she showed up at my work with her mom and sister, all of them crying. Please don't do this. Diane begged. Think of the babies. They need a father. They have one. Brandon, he can figure it out. Nicole tried next. Derek, she's scared and alone. Brandon can't support them. Not my problem. Jessica pulled the manipulation card. I'll harm myself if you leave. I can't do this alone. Then don't. There are adoption agencies. Brandon's parents have money. Your parents can help. But I'm not raising another man's kids while being lied to. Security escorted them out when they wouldn't leave. Update 4. The escalation. The entitlement went nuclear over the next 2 weeks. First, Jessica filed for palimony, claiming I'd promised to support her and the babies. Her lawyer sent a letter demanding continued housing, $5,000 a month in support, payment of all medical expenses, emotional distress compensation of $50,000. My lawyer laughed. She has zero case. You're not married, never formally engaged, and the kids aren't yours. Plus, we have evidence of fraud. Next, she started a social media campaign, posted everywhere that I'd abandoned her and 3 innocent babies because I was too insecure to handle that they might not look like me. She conveniently left out the whole paternity test thing. Some people bought it. I started getting nasty messages. But then Tom, my lawyer friend, posted the DNA test results in the comments. Since Jessica wants to make this public, here's what she's not telling you. Her posts got deleted real quick after that. Brandon was having his own crisis. Antonio dumped him publicly, posted everything on social media, their whole relationship, the engagement, how Brandon had been living a double life. Brandon lost his job at the upscale bar where he worked because the owner didn't want the drama. Then came the desperate plays. Jessica's mom called my mom crying, begging her to convince me to be a real man. My mom told her, a real man doesn't raise another man's babies based on lies. Raise your daughter better. Jessica showed up at my condo at midnight, drunk, with Brandon. They were both crying. We can make this work, she slurred. You, me, and Brandon, like a modern family. The babies need stability. Are you seriously suggesting we all play house? Brandon nodded eagerly. I could move in, help with expenses. We'd be like co-parents. Get off my property before I call the cops. They left, but not before Jessica screamed, You're going to regret this. These babies are gifts. Then Brandon's very blessed. Goodbye. Update 5. Legal consequences. Week 3 post-shower, things got legal. Jessica tried to list me on the birth certificate paperwork at her OB's office. The office called me to confirm details. I sent them the DNA test and a letter from my lawyer. They removed me immediately and apologized for the confusion. She then tried to add me to her insurance as the baby's father for coverage purposes. Insurance fraud. I reported it. She's now under investigation. Brandon's parents stepped in, but not how Jessica hoped. They demanded a legal paternity test through the courts to confirm Brandon was the father. They also filed for a restraining order against Jessica, claiming she was harassing and manipulating their son. Plot twist. Turns out Brandon had a trust fund he could only access if he got married or had kids. His parents controlled it. They thought he was gay. He apparently is bisexual but preferred men, so they never worried about it. Now they were furious he'd been lying to everyone, including them. The court-ordered paternity test confirmed what we already knew. Brandon was the father. The judge also ordered Brandon to pay child support starting immediately, $2,400 per month for all 3 kids. Brandon panicked. I don't have that kind of money, the judge shrugged. Should have thought about that before having unprotected sex. Get a better job. Jessica was livid. $2,400? For 3 babies? That's nothing. Her lawyer tried to argue for more, but the judge pointed out Brandon was a bartender making $35 a year. This is actually above the standard calculation. Be grateful. Final update. 3 months later. The babies were born last week. 2 boys and a girl. They look exactly like Brandon, his distinctive nose, his dark hair, even the chin cleft he has. Jessica had the audacity to text me photos. Look what you're missing out on. I didn't respond. Here's where everyone ended up. Jessica, living with her parents, trying to care for triplets with minimal help. Brandon's child support doesn't even cover daycare for 1 kid, let alone 3. She's working remotely part-time but can barely manage with 3 newborns. Her social media is now just desperate posts asking for baby supplies and help. The friend group we shared has mostly cut her off. Her own sister Nicole told her, You made your bed, now lie in it. Alone, apparently, since Brandon won't even visit. Brandon, working 3 jobs to pay child support. His parents cut him off completely. No trust fund access ever. Antonio is engaged to someone else already and posted the wedding announcement on the same day the babies were born. Petty, but I respect it. Brandon tried to claim he couldn't afford the child support, but the court garnished his wages. He sees the kids maybe once a month because Jessica makes it as difficult as possible out of spite. The families. Jessica's parents are exhausted and resentful, stuck helping with 3 babies they didn't plan for. They apparently fight constantly about whose fault this is. Brandon's parents moved to avoid the embarrassment in their social circle. My parents felt bad for the babies but stood by me completely. I moved to a new apartment across town, started fresh. It hurt for a while. I'd really wanted to be a father. But not like that. Not based on lies. I'm dating someone new. Met her at a coffee shop, totally organic. She knows the whole story and her first response was, "Holy hell, you dodged a missile." We're taking it slow, but it's nice being with someone who doesn't lie about fundamental things. Got a text from Jessica yesterday. "Derek, please. I'm drowning. The babies need stability. Can't we work something out? I'll do anything." I responded, "Contact Brandon. They're his responsibility. He won't answer my calls." "That sounds like a you problem. You're heartless." "No, I'm just not a doormat. Good luck with your children." Then I blocked her. Final time. My buddy Tom, the lawyer, framed the DNA test results as a joke gift for my new apartment. "World's greatest non-dad," he wrote on it. Twisted sense of humor, but it makes me laugh. Life lesson: when someone shows you who they are, a liar, a cheater, a fraud, believe them the first time. Don't wait for 3 babies and a public humiliation to figure it out. Also, always trust your gut. Those red flags were there. The overprotective phone behavior, the sudden constant presence of the gay best friend, the weird energy between them. I knew something was off. Should have investigated sooner. But hey, at least I found out before my name was on any birth certificates. Could have been worse. Could have been raising Brandon's kids for 18 years thinking they were mine. Jessica's last Instagram post before going private was asking for donations for formula and diapers. The comments were brutal. Someone posted, "Maybe Brandon can bartend at your pity party." Harsh? Maybe. Deserved? Absolutely. Those babies are innocent in all this, and I genuinely hope they're okay. But they're not my responsibility. They never were. They're the result of Jessica and Brandon's choices, and now they get to live with those consequences. As for me, I'm good. Better than good, actually. I dodged not just a bullet but a full nuclear missile. My new girlfriend and I are planning a vacation. Just the 2 of us. No surprises, no lies, no secret pregnancies. Life's too short to raise another man's kids while being treated like a wallet and an insurance policy. Peace out, Reddit. Thanks for letting me vent this insanity.